Thank you, Uni, for sponsoring this video. I've been able to find some super unique and extremely useful products that you didn't even know you wanted. I know we all say this, but right now, I feel like I have my dream setup in my current space, and these products have helped me to stay more productive while I make these videos. As the process always starts by writing these scripts, the keyboard is what for me is the most important thing to get right. This board is the Audiophile Halo 75 with some slight modifications that I'll get to later. I've tried a bunch of different keyboard layouts, but when it comes to work, this is the one I like the most. I'm a huge fan of the full function row as it allows easy access to media controls, but also the arrow keys are super convenient whenever coding or fixing typos. This high profile chassis has two layers, a bottom ABS plastic shell, and an aluminum front cover. The two are separated with the light strip that goes around the keyboard, which makes for a super unique lighting profile. Changing the color and effects is really simple using function and the arrow keys. You of course have your RGB options, but I always stick with just a solid color because I think that looks a lot better, and right now I'm really digging the yellow on here. For 140 bucks, I think it's a really good pickup, completely stock, you have a clean design, but more importantly, a great sound profile. A couple weeks ago when I was scrolling on Instagram, this video came up doing a sound test of the Gateron cream soda switches, and yeah, I bought them the next day. I also figured I might as well grab a new set of keycaps, which led me to spending $150 on GMK ones. As soon as I saw how these looked, I just wanted them so bad, and I kind of wanted to see if they were overhyped. I thought they would be a little bit, but no, they're pretty damn good. They feel super premium, sound great, and the design of this side here is just so clean, as I said. These two upgrades together literally brought this keyboard to an entirely different level. Best $300 I've ever spent. Ooh. I use this board wired with a coiled cable for better aesthetics, and this one here is from Highstar. For 40 bucks, I think it's a pretty good deal, and I find it to be a lot better than the one I used previously from CableMod. I really like the double sleeve design because it makes it feel much higher quality, and it's going to last a while in the setup. The metal aviator has a super sleek look to it and matches with the black aesthetics of the board. However, there are a bunch of different color options to fit whatever style that you're looking for. Now there's tons of time while typing on the keyboard that I notice dust getting between the keys, and even on just any product I review. And this is when I pull out this air blaster to blow away all of it. I've also found it quite useful for cleaning my camera lenses without worrying about damage, and even cleaning out dust buildup inside of my PC case. Just the convenience of this makes it something I recommend to literally everyone, as it's always ready to use. Whenever I work, I always have some sort of drink with me, whether it's my bottle of water, a cup of coffee, or tea. But it's kind of hard to trust myself not to spill it everywhere, so when I randomly came across this desk-mounted cup holder, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It lets me safely have a drink in my setup without worrying about knocking it over, and even when adjusting my standing desk, it doesn't really cause any liquid to overflow. It's designed to catch spills, assuming that whatever you have in there is small enough, which will prevent anything from dripping onto the ground. It can fit cups up to 3.3 inches, so just make sure beforehand that whatever you want to put in there is going to properly fit. Also, if you are wondering, the mug is from the Apple Store in Cupertino. Below the cup holder is also a hanger for a pair of headphones, which I found to be super convenient. The ones I have there are the Audio-Technica M50Xs, which I picked up earlier this year. They've been great for listening to music and editing videos, as they have a great sound quality with a very flat and clear sound signature. This is great to use alongside my Focusrite interface while doing voiceovers so that I can monitor my audio. As soon as I started using them, I noticed I could better point out small details in music. For 170 bucks, I think they're a really good deal and are my first pair of real audiophile headphones. It's been great to switch to these after using gaming headsets for so long. Really, my only complaint with them is that they tend to hurt my ears after I use them for a few hours straight. In my home setup, I have this Thunderbolt 4 dock that connects my MacBook to all of my peripherals and dual ultra-wide monitors. But whenever I'm on the go, having the Uni Accessories 8-in-1 dock is super clutch. It'll be especially useful for someone who's on an iPad or a laptop with a limited number of ports. Its small form factor makes it super easy to throw in a bag while still providing you with a ton of I/O. You get 3 USB-A ports, a USB C pass-through, 4K HDMI, Ethernet, and both SD and micro SD card slots. all of that is just $60, and I know I've spent a lot of time in this video talking about more premium products, but if you're on a budget and you need more ports on your laptop, this is a great option. The rubber case protects it from getting scratched up when you're on the go, but if you just want to use it in your work from home setup, then it has a super sleek and understated design. Now, the iPad Pro is a device I've been trying to make better use of recently, but as of now, I just use it for hand-drawn notes and sketching thumbnails. Putting it in the small snap case keeps it protected without being super bulky, and it also still works with the Magic Keyboard whenever I want to type on it. The Apple Pencil is really nice to have at the top, and I'm never worried that it's going to fall out when I'm traveling. That said, it is a little annoying to actually get it out of there. You're going to have to push out on the hole from the back and then pry it out of there. This slim design does come at a cost because both of the bottom corners of the iPad are left completely exposed. On top of that, the pencil compartment actually makes it more difficult to get the volume buttons as well. Now, along with this case, Moth sells a magnetic stand that you can use to prop up the iPad in a few different angles, both landscape and portrait. The mouse I've been using a lot recently is the Model 02 from Glorious. I never had the chance to try out the first version, so I bought this one as soon as I saw it release. I honestly love the updated design it has and find the texture to be really comfortable in hand. It has a fairly lightweight design coming in at 70 grams. Compared to some other mice on the market, it's not really that impressive, but definitely not bad. The stock glide is pretty good, and the mouse switches provide a satisfying tactile press without too much post-travel. The side buttons though are a little too small for me and have been hard to get at quickly when playing fast-paced games. This mouse has a fairly flat shape without a large hump at the back, so I find it to be best suited for fingertip or claw grip styles. It's not very tall either, so if you have larger hands, you might find it harder to comfortably hold. The Model D, in my opinion, is a better option if you're into a more ergonomic shape. The scroll wheel feels quite good, and the DPI button right behind it is super convenient to have. There is light strips on both sides, but having it on burns through the battery so fast that I don't recommend it at all. It's never lasted longer than a day or two on a single charge with 60% brightness, but since turning it off, it's already lasted over a week. Another problem I've had with all of my Glorious mice is the colors are never accurate to what's in the software. The MX Master 3S is pretty much my mouse of choice whenever I'm editing or just doing any work, but now whenever I game, I have it displayed in this framed case from FrameBuy. I'll be honest, for most people, this is probably useless. You can just leave the mouse sitting on your desk, but I'm just imagining in a YouTube studio on the bookshelf, displaying the MX Master in here. Like, that is the exact image I saw in my head, and I was like, dude, I want that so bad. They advertise using the top half to store things like pens, which I think is actually a decent way to organize your setup. But let me know which of these products were your favorite, and if there's ones that you have in your space that you think I should check out in the future. I love making these kinds of videos, and I'm definitely planning to do more in the future. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Twitter so you know exactly when they're coming. Links to everything I mentioned is down below, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Till next time, take care.